Well, hello there, dear viewers. Welcome back to this second prologue for our Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition game right here on Rolling Nomads, What Men Have Wrought. This prologue being titled The Spaces Between. So let's meet our between werewolf, Asterisk.
Hello, I'm Asterisk VTuber. You may call me Aster. And for the game, I will be playing Chester, who is a Silent Strider Theurge.
We love to see it. So without any further ado, let's crack right on in. As our focus moves through the grungy city of Seattle, not where my stories usually take place in the dead of night, but during the day, during midday, here at Hampton High, which is a middle school and high school put together here in Seattle, Washington. And tell us, if you would, what we see as we scope in on Chester in the lunchroom with his two friends in the corner.
Chester Allyoung is one of those kids that last summer was one of the shorter kids, and now he got a bit of a growth spurt. Is about 5'9", 5'10", 5'9" and a half or so, and kind of just towers over most kids now with what he is. However, he is still rather lanky and a little bit of an outcast.
And as we see you sitting with your friends, Alara and Ben, at the table in the corner, in the middle of your food, Ben looks up. So is everybody good for D&D this weekend?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. So cool. Alara, she says, oh yeah, I've been studying my spells. I'm so ready. Clerics get really good spells at 5th level.
Yeah, kind of a lot. And you get to, prepare all of them, honestly.
I know, it's awesome. I love clerics. I think it's my new favorite class. Although, I have been thinking about looking at paladin a little bit.
Of course, the other one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all I get to do is stab stuff right now.
Yeah, but you're good at it. You're really good at it.
I mean, now, because I have, that level in Warlock. That's kind of cooler, so...
That is cool. Your patron's so scary.
Path of the Undying, it's kind of... I don't even know what... Ben, what was your dad even... What's the plan?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but I kind of got to sneak a peek at his notes, and I think that we might have to fight a dragon this weekend.
At level 5?
I know, it's crazy. I don't know what he wants us to do. I mean, I'm certainly not ready. I mean, sorcerers don't get powerful until, way down the line.
Well, yeah, but then, it has to be, a young dragon, wormling, maybe? Something like that?
I don't know, but I'm kind of spooked.
The three of us isn't going to be able to do it together.
I don't know. I don't know what he plans on, but maybe somebody will come, save us.
Fine, I guess.
I don't know. But I think my dad wants my cousin Bruce to play with us again.
Bruce?
I know. He always misses, and then we're out, and then he's the only fighter, and then we get in a big fight after he's gone, and we don't know what to do, and he never wants to talk to the NPCs.
He's the one that wants to fight. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it sucks. Remember when we ended up in, the town jail because of him?
Yeah, because he punched the bartender for what was he asking of a bartender for?
He was looking for Alizé. I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
It's annoying.
Okay, it's fine. It's okay. We'll just
if he tries to fight this dragon, we just gotta run.
Yeah, maybe he has to roll another character, or if your character dies, then maybe he can't join anymore.
Maybe. And at that, Chester, it's almost a strange sixth sense as something draws your gaze to the window. It's early fall, but the crescent moon hangs high in the sky.
Yep. Hey guys. Did you see that? Isn't it like just 12?
And they all look over. Yeah. That's weird. And Laura says, maybe the moon's out just for you, Chester.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
not that important.
Like the man in the moon and all those old magic stories.
You know there's no scientific basis to any of that.
Yeah, but science isn't everything, Chester.
It's not, but it tells us all the stuff that we want to know about the world.
Yeah, and that's like the point of magic, right? Like that's how they used to do it back in the day. They would come to, understandings of things that they had no real like scientific basis for, and they'd figure it out. Like that dish that they make in Iceland, lutefisk. They figured out how to preserve a fish for a long time when the fish would be away. And maybe that was some kind of magic story.
Well, I mean, magic is just science that we don't understand. Like, honestly. But if there's belief, I guess, it's still there, right?
Maybe. I don't know. My mom and dad were arguing again about it, and my dad said, like, science was killing magic or whatever.
Oh, your dad's being dramatic like always.
Yeah,
He's
maybe.
been pushing you to do drama class, like, with,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's all stories, and stories matter.
Yeah, it does. They do.
Ben says, yeah, like the story of the 3 greatest adventurers who have ever been on the face of Faerun.
Yeah, and about to get killed by a dragon. It's
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Especially
story's not even started yet.
Bruce is there. Ugh.
Yeah, well, he's your cousin.
Not by choice.
It's weird, actually, if you think about it. Family, everybody talks about how important family is, but how important is family that you don't get to choose?
Yeah, feels weird. And with that, the lunch bell rings, ending your lunchtime, and you know that unfortunately you have to attend Mrs. Holdenfort's biology class. She's a hard-nosed teacher, hardly ever gives an A, is a stickler for every single detail. What other science teacher have you met that takes points off for punctuation in a paper? Ugh.
Well, I guess we have to go. At least it's lab, right? We don't have to do it's not like a test or anything, and we don't have to listen to Mrs. Holdenfort for so long.
Yeah, but it's like dissection. Ugh.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's not that bad.
I don't know. I walked past this morning and it smelled horrible.
It can't be as horrible as the cigarettes that you keep trying to bring.
Hey, don't talk so loud about it. The hall monitor will hear. But I definitely have some. Do you want to skip out?
No.
Come on, Chester.
My parents will kill me if I get an A-.
Fine. All right. We'll go do a dissection, I guess. Ugh.
It's fine. Practical studies and whatnot. Maybe it'll be fun.
If you say so.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you later, Alara.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys, in 6th period for English.
Yeah.
And as you and Ben move through the hallway and that all too thin strip of free space between lockers and the masses that never really have or will endeavor to know you. These halls filled with teenagers preoccupied with all kinds of ideas of their future. You see a senior trying to propose to his girlfriend with a ring pop. You see another person standing off by their locker, taking money and putting things in people's hands on the sly, hoping the cameras don't catch it. It's a rough and tumble kind of place, but Chester's managed to figure out where's safe and how to move. And as you get to Mrs. Holdenforth's room, The overwhelming smell of formaldehyde wafts out the door. For you, Chester, another smell along with it. The most unnatural of all, this slow rot held in stasis, this unwillingness to part, this unnatural hold of time. Ben looks up. Are you gonna barf?
I don't know. It smells worse than I thought.
Yeah, I know. I tried to warn you.
No, the other one.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I guess we just gotta go for it, I guess.
Why don't you tell Mrs. Holdenford that I'll just be at the restroom. Oh, I'll be late.
Okay.
Just a little bit late.
All right. I'll let her know, but you know how she is about letting people in after the bell rings.
Okay, fine. I'll ask for permission or something.
Okay. And as you head in...
Walk inside and wait for the teacher to show up.
You see your lab station has been set up with all kinds of implements. You see that there's a white 5-gallon bucket with a lid on beside each of the lab stations. And it reeks in here, Chester, even more strongly. It's pervasive in the air. It is... Oh, it's almost unbreachable, this wall of scent. So it takes a few minutes, but Miss Holdenford arrives. She's a little bit of a heavier set woman. Her curly, bleach blonde hair, always smelling of perm chemicals, just another smell to add to the overwhelming. She's a pale pink lipstick. Her green eyes are like that of a hawk, sharp as a knife.
I'm just gonna walk up to her immediately.
Mrs. Holdenford, I'm so sorry. It's something that I ate at lunch. I don't think it's sitting well with my stomach with the smell. Can I go to the restroom real quick?
We haven't even begun, Mr. Ouyang, and you're asking for a break.
I know. I don't really feel good, and I just wanted to ask you first instead of first going and then coming late.
This is not the kind of work ethic I'd been led by your other teachers to believe you had, Mr. Ouyang.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'll be back very soon.
And she looks up at the clock as the bell rings. You have 10 minutes. Go.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm just gonna run out of there.
And I must ask, Chester, are you actually going to the bathroom?
No, I'm just trying to get away from the scent as much as possible. If the bathroom's on the way and the restroom's on the way, sure. If not, I'm still just trying to get away from that smell.
Yeah, there's one down the hall a little ways that you can make your way to.
Do I still smell it though? Do I still kind of feel that lingering?
No, that
feeling?
strange, almost stringent smell of school hand soap kind of cuts the air in the bathroom at the very least.
Okay. I'll just stay inside for a little bit then.
And as you head into the restroom, do you look at yourself in the mirror, Chester?
Yeah. I'm just like turn on the water.
As you turn on the water, that sound of moving water, that repetitious flow. You see in the mirror, the stall door opens behind you. And you turn around and you don't see anything in there.
Hello?
You hear from in front of you. Hey, buddy. As you look in the mirror, you see the glowing golden outline of a fox. And you look behind to check, still nothing. But it puts its paw up and it's like it presses to the backside of the mirror. You alright?
How do I see you?
Well, you're not supposed to.
But you're not here. That's not how mirrors work.
And you said magic's not real. So I guess we're both at a double negative here, huh, buddy?
I must be hallucinating or something. I'm gonna run out of the restroom and just continue down the hall.
As you run down the hall, you hear from behind you. You can't run away from it, Chester. One,
What do you mean?
Betty and Lewis will freak. 2,
How do you...
you're gonna see some things in there that are gonna stick with you for a long time, pal. And it's,
How do you
I
know my
can't...
parents' name?
Oh, I know a lot of stuff. And I promise this time it isn't a trick. Maybe in the future I'll get you, but not today.
You don't understand. You said... It's not just the formaldehyde. I could feel them. They're not dead. They said that they're just fetuses, that we're supposed to cut up the dead pigs, and they're not dead in there.
No. At least not all of them, anyway. Their spirits stick around.
How?
Their bodies haven't had death rites. They haven't been put to rest. They haven't been eaten. You know, that's how animals do it. That's a death rite, is eating them.
But...
And you guys do it too. Humans, I mean. When you eat something, you honor its spirit. Dude, I think a lot of people have forgotten about that part.
Then what happens? What happens to the ones inside? Do their spirits just get trapped in because they're steeped in chemicals?
They get trapped close by, I think. Just unable to move on. Unable to enter the... Well, I'm not supposed to tell you about that yet. I'll tell you about it a different time. But there might be a trick. I could be tricking you. You don't have to listen to me. You should, though. But I assume that's what you would think someone who was trying to trick you would say.
I mean, there's no right way of thinking about it, I guess.
And I'll get you, Chester. I'll trick you in the future. I don't think you'll find it very funny. But right now, we're good. You gotta go back and honor him, buddy.
How do I do that?
I mean, sometimes it's just as simple as bearing witness to their suffering. You shouldn't be able to see them. You're not different yet.
But I
mean, you can't see me, but you can hear me. That's a good first step.
Okay. Sure.
It's gonna be alright. I mean, it won't be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna probably hurt. Your heart, mostly. But that's kind of your guys' whole thing.
My guys?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to tell you about it yet.
But I'm just supposed to just... Someone has to. Witness them, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think today... Sorry about it, Chester. I think you drew the short straw and you've got to bear witness.
Okay.
I'll give you a little piece of advice before I go. If you don't bear witness. If you just allow yourself to be another person that watches and does nothing, bad things are going to keep happening, Chester. To make change, you got to stand up. Maybe not this. This isn't quite so bad, and this is a big problem. It stretches out, way bigger than what you could change right now, but maybe in the future.
I could fix this.
Maybe. Maybe not. Could be a trick. Who knows?
I'm just gonna, while listening to this, kind of start pushing past the voice and try to slowly head back to the classroom.
As you do, you hear the little rapping of claws against the tile floor in the hallway now that it's quiet. He says,
"Why can't I see you yet? I can hear you. I can hear you moving."
Yeah, it's because you're not different yet. I hope you will be. You might not be. This could be a whole wasted endeavor. But it might not be. That's the thing with life. Sometimes you waste your time. And that's alright, I guess. I don't know, I've never been alive.
Yeah. Sure.
Platitudes being what they are, Chester, I think you're a good kid. And even if you don't ever become actually different, you're different enough that it matters just the way you are.
Thank you.
Sure. And remember, I'm going to trick you in the future.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know when I'll get you, but I'll get you. I get everybody.
Fine.
And you hear the footsteps stop as you stand outside of Mrs. Holdenfort's room.
I'm gonna open the door.
As you open the door, the smell wafts over you again, but even more so, the sound. Chester, as you hear dozens of pigs squealing in pain. As you look in the door, you see each of these pigs on the trays, kicking their feet, squealing. And you after a time, their squeals begin to form words in your ears. Help us, we're suffering. End it. End our suffering. Let us free.
How?
And Ben looks up to you from the lab station. Chester, come here. We don't have a lot of time left, buddy. Come on. And he puts a scalpel in your hand. And as he points in to where you need to cut, pushes against its stomach, this pig on your tray squeals and howls, and its eyes lock on you. Says,
do not
help me. Help me.
How?
Let me go. Ben says, Chester? Come on, we gotta get this done. Or Miss Holdenfort's gonna freak out.
I got this. Right. Yeah.
And
What's the next step?
Okay, we have to remove the intestine from the stomach here. And as you cut, you can feel the cold formaldehyde inside of its body splash over your fingers. You sit up bolt upright in your bed, Chester, a thin film of sweat on your brow. Many hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds or thousands of miles away, in your off-campus housing here at Virginia Tech University, 7 years later. Almost 3 years into a degree in geosciences. Do you have any roommates, Chester, or do you live by yourself?
I live by myself.
Of course. And the thing that woke you, you see, as you look over to the glass sliding door that leads from your bedroom into the backyard, you see that there's a stunned-looking dove laying on the concrete.
I'll kind of get up. Didn't even change into pajamas from last night. Just basically studied and then knocked out. And I'll walk over to the door, open up, and kind of look over at the dove and see if it's still alive.
It is certainly alive. It looks very stunned. Its eyes are wide. It's just sitting. Nothing looks broken. Neck doesn't look out of place. It just looks intensely stunned.
Are you okay? Everything good?
It gives a little hoot before it flies into the bedroom.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to be out there, not in here.
Turns its head, gives another little hoot, and it begins to make down into the kind of cloth that you have on top of the dresser.
No, you don't understand. You can't stay in here. You have to be out there. Fly and everything.
Turns its head.
Are you okay?
I think it might just be extraordinarily still stunned. These doves they're by no means fragile creatures. They can take quite a beating, but they get stunned like anything else when you ram your skull into a hard object.
Shit. I'm gonna take my phone. I'll just kind of look over and see, try to search up what doves eat.
It looks like they eat fruits, seeds, insects from time to time. Insects only really supplementally when they need them.
Okay,
You also find that mourning doves are legal pets in the state of Virginia.
Okay, fine. I'll go over and into the fridge. Small little carton of blueberries, and I'll take out a couple and put it in the cup. Okay, so you still have to stay hidden. I'm pretty sure you violate my lease, so let's not ruin that.
It hoots.
It's like you almost understand me. I'm going insane. I'll grab the cup and put it right in front of, just put it on top of the dresser.
It picks at it a little bit, but it looks, again, very stunned by the interaction. And your phone buzzes in your pocket. You slept with your phone in your pocket again. And it's an alarm for a class that you have this morning.
Oh, shit. You stay there, okay? If you want to... I'll leave... No, that's not good either. Just stay there. I'll get another, like, small little mug and fill it with water, and then just put it to the side, too. Water, fruit, that's salted, so none of that. I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. And...
Kind of bobs its
grab
head.
my stuff. How the fuck? I'll just kind of mutter under my mouth, breath, and then just grab my books and head out.
As you do, tell me what goes through Chester's mind in an average day of classes. As we see hours begin to pass in the sky, Chester moving through them from class to class in something of a blur.
It's he's a very diligent student, and he really does enjoy learning, especially with his major classes specifically because he was very traumatized 7 years ago. And one of the things that he feels like that he could potentially do to help is looking into environmental sciences and things. Some of the experiences that he had from then almost made him religiously want to figure out why. Why do these things happen? So much so that, he distanced himself from his friends, from his middle school friends, and moved all the way across the country for school.
Sure. And it's where we find you leaving your last class of the day. It's just a little bit after dark. Again, it's strange. You're not sure if the dreams are different than memories, and your memories of that day at school are fuzzy at best. But that same sixth sense draws your eyes up to the sky, and you see that silvery crescent moon hanging in the same place.
I'll just duck down and keep walking back towards the back off of campus.
And as you pass the last building on campus, turning your head, you see 3 men standing just out on the edge of the light outside of the building. They seem to be watching you.
I'll just keep walking a little bit quickened pace. Continue forward.
And they seem to walk following you. See your voice from behind you. Hey kids, slow down. Campus security.
Anything I did wrong?
As you turn and look at them, you don't see any sort of identifying markers on them. One of them wears a kind of long brown trench coat. The other 2 wearing suits standing behind him.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not very familiar with the undercover aspect of all of campus security and whatnot. Do you have any badges?
Yeah, sorry about that, kid. Just needed to say something to get you to stop. We're here for you, Chester. Don't run. I know you're thinking about it. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
What's this about, then?
Well, it's about you. You've caught the eye of some very important people.
Doing what? Studying?
Yeah. Studying.
All right. Fine.
And a car pulls up. Hop in.
But you could find somewhere closer?
Just get in the car, Mr. O'Young.
I get in the car. I'll, like, be careful of, like... What type of car is it?
It's a 4-door black Escalade, all blacked out windows.
Okay. So even with that car, I kind of have to, like, dip my head a little bit. He's, like, 6'3" now. After he's finally grown to full height, I would assume. But he's just...
And as you get in the car, you see sitting with you in the back seat is a man in a finely tailored kind of burnt orange suit, black tie, cream and black vest. As he looks over, Chester O'Young.
Yep, that's me.
You can call me E.
Like the letter?
Precisely so. Now, it's my understanding that you've had some strange experiences in your life, haven't you?
I mean, I would count this one.
I'm sure you would. But I'm talking about things of a more metaphysical nature.
Hallucinations.
Yeah, that's what the report said.
There's, well, no other evidence for me to not believe otherwise, so...
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
So, what do you plan to do with this information?
Of me meeting you here, or...
Of your experiences, Mr. O'Young.
It's not like anybody's gonna believe me.
I can take you to many people who would believe you.
And even then, what's the point?
There is a war being fought just beyond the edge of your perception, Mr. O'Young. And we plan on winning that war. The question is, do you?
Wow, you... We're missing a few key details here.
Yeah, what's that?
What the war's about. What side you are on. What side I'm apparently on.
Whether you want the world to change and keep surviving or die.
So I should hope to guess that you're not on the side of the world dying.
Oh no. I would like to see it change, to see it thrive. However, there are Luddites who would see the opposite.
Let me guess. The ones that are on the side of the world dying are blissfully unaware?
Oh no, they are very, very aware.
Then it doesn't seem like there's a lot of choice.
How do you mean?
Well, everybody wants... Not everybody, but... It's easier to want the world to thrive.
So...
A little less obvious that we should end it.
So you say... And he reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out a business card and hands it to you. It is a business card for Harold and Harold Mining Company. Geoscience majors interest us in a very big way. We're looking for a way to maximize extraction and minimize the relative changes to the life of the people around the places where we extract.
Then you should look for people that are in the field, not studying the field.
I don't think so. I think getting ahead of the game is what matters, don't you, Chester? All of your transcripts say that you were prepping for a school like this from the age of maybe 10.
Asian parents, am I right?
Wouldn't know anything about that. Didn't have parents of my own.
I'm sorry.
And I choose not to believe in stereotypes. Though if you're telling me this one has some merit of basis, maybe I'll start paying a little more attention. And as he opens his mouth, Chester, can you give me I'm going to ask you for your first roll here, a wits and awareness.
Oh boy. There's 3 successes.
As he opens his mouth, you see at the back of his throat wiggling, crawling maggots.
So which Harold is you?
Oh, that's just the name of the company. You could say I'm something of a recruiter. But I can take you to meet Mr. Harold if you'd like.
Is there, a period of time I could
Think about the offer?
consider it?
We'd like you to make a quick evaluation if you could.
Wow. I have peers that are better than me at all of this. I mean, you wouldn't think it, but there were a lot of people in geosciences that think that this is important.
And with that same 3 successes, you see that both the driver and the passenger look in the rearview mirror, and you see a fly out of the ear of one of them, and then land on the other's forehead, and then crawl into the eye underneath the eyelid. They look unfazed.
I could offer you, the phone numbers of a few of my colleagues, a few people that are in my classes that think that mining is very important. You wouldn't.
We're more
want to work
interested
with
in
them
you,
more.
Mr. Oyang. And it's at that moment, Chester, that you feel a ripping pain in your chest. It's brief, but it takes the breath out of you.
All right.
Something the matter, Mr. Oyang?
It's a little hard to breathe in here. Is the AC on? I mean,
It is. Do you need us to turn it up a little bit?
doesn't feel like it. Maybe I need fresh air.
And then another pain rips through your body. It feels hot.
Yeah,
You can feel every inch of your skin, Chester, every hair on your body standing on end, like raw electricity flowing through your veins.
Maybe I just need a little air, fresh air. May I? I'll just reach for the window.
As you reach for the window, you see in the reflection of the glass that same glowing outline of a fox. Let me out, Chester. You're in grave danger. Let me out. And you feel...
I'll just kind of like almost in my mind, whisper, "Help me."
And as you whisper in your own mind, help me, your fingers crack. disjoining at a strange angle. You see your fingernails are lengthening into claws. As your flesh begins to rip, you feel something sharp stick into your back. There's pain. Before everything washes out red as the window breaks. And you see, in just the last moment, your eyes lighting up gold and the teeth falling out of your mouth and elongating into fangs. Before the whole world washes out red. Everything becomes a blur of sounds, snarling animal noises, blood, the buzzing of flies, pinprick, painful sensations, something burning against your skin, breaking of glass, the tumbling of the vehicle. All of it just melts into the sensory experience of pounding rage inside of your skull, like the primordial drums which drive the rhythm of the earth. You feel the earth's song and blood in your teeth. Before, as you wake up, Chester, the morning sun warm against the side of your face, truly against all of your naked body, to the sound of that same mourning dove as it pecks at your cheek.
I know, I'm sorry, I promised to come back, but I didn't get to. For a while.
Do you feel grass underneath you?
How did you get out?
You hear? I let him out. So you open your eyes and see in plain view, like he's right there, that glowing golden fox.
It's you again.
Yeah, and you owe me big time. I mean, being in the car with 3 Fomori, I mean, that could have turned bad quick.
333 what?
Well, we'll talk about Fomori later. You just need to know that that's what they were. People possessed by bad spirits.
I could tell they were...
I saved
There were
that business
signs.
card for you. It's a little bloody. But I managed to get my paws on it.
I just gotta crumple it up.
I don't know if I... Well,
You're
I
gonna want to
might
stay
need it.
away from them. Since unfortunately you ripped them so limb from limb, their clothes aren't gonna be much use to you. Good show. I mean, as far as the first change, I mean, that'll do the trick, I tell you. Wow.
first change...
Where am I? I'm just gonna kind of start looking around.
As you look around, you see that you are somewhere wooded. You see that there is a rabbit, mostly eaten, laying beside you. You feel the dried blood on your face.
Oh, fuck.
So don't worry about it. You didn't break any rules. Eating rabbits is cool. I like to eat rabbits. Do you mind if I...
Go ahead.
And he kind of lowers his muzzle to it and begins to eat before popping his head back up. Ah, good breakfast. All right. Well, turns out I was right as usual. I mean, I'm usually right about these kinds of things. I've got a sense. And you're on the cusp between moons. That's a dangerous place to be.
I'm sorry, it's... The last I've heard from you, it's been 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then, now you show up.
Yeah.
All I remember was pain. All I remember was this... fucking car. Those maggots.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad Fomori, that spirit inside of it. I hate maggot. Ugh, he's so gross.
It's that same smell.
Yeah, the rot. It's the smell of the worm. With a Y. And a big W.
Okay.
But
So,
other Garu will teach you about that. That's not really my place.
Garu?
Werewolves.
You said other.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean What
Yeah.
the fuck happened?
Well, I told you to let me in. And then when I broke the window, I kind of pushed your change along a little bit. And,
So,
yeah, they
7
hit
years
you.
ago when you said...
They hit you with some kind of sedative, but there's a certain point in the change where it doesn't really kick in. Dosage, you know?
Oh, okay. So walk me through it. That means all those years ago when you said I could be different.
Yeah.
This is what you mean.
Yeah, Gaia
So
chose you.
Gaia.
The Earth. The spiritual essence of the Earth.
And so that's why I can see you now.
Yeah. Yeah, that and you changed. I mean, Gaia... Sometimes Gaia takes a while to choose. Sometimes it's pretty quick. Sometimes, lucky for you, you had a good friend like me hanging around to push things along.
Good friend that's supposed to trick me.
Oh, yeah. You're totally screwed when I get you.
And
But not
this
yet.
isn't a trick.
Could be.
It feels like a fucking trick. I'm naked in the woods.
Yeah.
With rabbit blood everywhere and...
That would be a good trick. But unfortunately, I need you to get your running legs on, bud, because we have places to be.
Sure.
Great.
Okay. Where are we going?
Well, we gotta do a brief run through the Umbra, the spirit world. And then we have spirit to meet. I don't know who's gonna be there, but somebody will be there waiting for you, I'm sure. Maybe multiple somebodies if they want to fight about it. I don't know. It's it's hard to explain, and I don't usually mess with Garu. Let's just say there's some outstanding history. But I kind of need a favor. And seeing as I saved your life back there and pushed your change along so you didn't become a black spiral dancer, I would say that you kind of owe me one.
Right. That's fair.
Alright, so here's the thing. I need you to fulfill an old debt of mine.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, things happen. Life happens. People grow apart. They forget the promises that they make to each other, willingly or not. And then you gotta make up for it. And I need you to be the making up for it. Sound good?
I mean, most of it, but you missed out on that one thing. You mentioned you were never alive.
Not in the way that you would understand.
So life still happens then.
I mean, if you can call what I am living, sure. But, like I said, platitudes aside, time moves on, I guess would be a better way to say it.
Fine. I'll help.
Now, if you say you'll
Seems
help,
how-
that means we struck a deal.
Am I gonna be in trouble? Is it part of the trick? Or you're not even gonna answer me that, huh?
I think,
Truthfully.
yeah, I think that's a hard one to answer. Even if I wanted to, I'd probably find a way to turn it into a trick. And you're too young to be fun tricking right now. You don't even know all of the, background, so tricks in the future.
Alright. Tricks in the future.
All right. Hope you brought your
Let's strike a
Reeboks.
deal. What Reeboks? I'm fucking naked in the woods.
I saw it on a commercial once. And he reaches out and he touches his nose to the base of a tree trunk. As he drags his nose down, a glowing golden portal opens in the base of the roots. He says, "All right, follow me." And he dives head first.
I'll just turn around and see if the dove is still there.
It is.
Stay put. Yeah?
It hoots.
I'll see you later. And I'll jump in.
So you crawl through. It's almost like crawling into the earth until it feels like you're just on the edge of sleep. Almost dreaming. Before you crawl out of a hole and see that the forest around you is fuzzy and it kind of shifts and changes. The earth beneath you is cool. And you see Fox sitting a few feet away.
You didn't tell me that was gonna feel like that.
Oh yeah, you're in the Umbra now, kid. The spirit world. Which you
Brighter
change.
than I expected.
Yeah, until it's not.
Okay.
You're gonna need to get real comfortable here, kid. You changed on the crescent moon. That makes you a theurge, a spirit speaker. This place should be like a second home to you by the time you're done. At least it used to be. Now, the wild, the weaver, and the worm, they're all out of whack, and it's a rough situation to be in, I tell you.
You know what's a rough situation is listening to you without my notebook.
Oh, yeah. Which, speaking of, you're never going to be able to go back to life the way it was. There are things that hunt you guys.
You mean like those three guys?
Oh, well, yeah, that's one of them. There's also some other werewolves. There's also humans.
Werewolves?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we all protect our own kind?
You'd think, but there are some that have turned to the Wyrm. They're called black spiral dancers. Which is almost what you became.
I see.
But again, you're lucky. You had Fox looking out for you. And then, you've got the Cult of Fenris. They gave in to the rage. It's called Hauglosk. It's icky business. You stop caring about fighting for Gaia and then only start to care about the kill. It's rough territory. It's Garu like the Cult of Fenris, which is why I don't really have a sterling reputation with werewolves anymore.
So my association with you, I would...
Oh yeah, people are gonna not like that. But that's their own shame talking. You see, a long time ago, back before history ever even really started, at least the way you humans, well, you formerly human, used to record it, all the way back in the day, I had my own children. They were called the Kitsune. But in the War of Rage, the Garu killed them all. And I can't have any anymore. You Garu, you killed a lot of other shapeshifters. Almost brought some of them to extinction, and brought a few of them to extinction. Lizard doesn't have any children anymore either.
And I'm one of those killers?
Not if you don't want to be.
I guess let's go back to talking to spirits.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get really used to this. I think that's why you could hear me before. I think Luna knew. Luna's the spirit of the moon. She really likes you, Garu. She keeps your rage.
Is that why that day, with the dissections and whatnot, is that why there was a crescent moon as well?
Maybe. You'll have to ask Luna. She and I don't really talk. You can see by my glow I'm kind of blessed by Soul. You know, her brother, the sun.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah. Oh, and you're going to need to clear a lot of room because there's going to be so much more.
It's not a lot of explanation, though.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not really the one to do that. Where I'm going to take you eventually, there's going to be somebody to do that for you.
Fine. Just take the lead.
And as you walk, it's funny, miles feel like steps, but steps feel like they take eternity. As you see multiple cycles of day and night pass as you walk, and they pass in what feels like 10 minutes is a whole cycle of the moon in the sky and the sun rising and setting again. Foxlings are pretty cool, huh?
Sure, I don't really know what to make of it.
Yeah, it used to not be like this. There used to be a little bit more concrete, but then the apocalypse happened. Well, here we are.
Apocalypse, that means the world ended.
And it's kind of like the beginning of the end, if you ask me.
So we're in the middle of it.
Yeah, unfortunately. And if the world dies, well, then no more of us, I guess. Everything crumbles and...
Oh, hold on. Then that war. That war that those... What, Wyrm follower with full...
Oh, those were Fomori. Those are humans
Fomori.
possessed by worm spirits.
Fomori, yeah, the one that was talking to me. They were talking about a war that actually is a thing.
Oh, yeah. And you've got
I'm
a
guessing
lot
they're
of
not the
enemies.
good guys.
No. The worm is the spirit of... Well, once he was the spirit of death and rebirth and, you know, kind of the beginning and end of the cycle, you know, Ouroboros type shit. But then the Weaver trapped him in this inner web. Then he kind of went crazy because, you know, he was death in stasis. He couldn't rebirth anymore. He turned to rot and perpetual decay and drove him mad, and then he became the enemy. Which, I mean, there are also...
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, exactly. The worm, oh, he loves the way humans bury themselves nowadays, I tell you what. Yeah, it's rough. And I hate to tell you, Chester, your life's gonna be probably pretty short, buddy. Garu, they don't live a long time. You guys are the self-proclaimed warriors of Gaia, protecting the earth and fighting to the last Garu. Your lives tend to be pretty short and pretty brutal.
I'm just supposed to be a soldier for all of this and not try to figure out the root cause of any of it? Try alternative methods? We're just going to fight?
Not
Just
for me
give
to
in the
say.
rage?
Not really for me to say, honestly. You know, you Garu are all really different. And, maybe I'd have a little bit more juice to help if you guys didn't murder all my kids back in prehistory.
Well, I'm sorry. They...
Don't
what,
apologize, you didn't do it.
Considered my ancestors? Was I born like this? Did they choose me somewhere along the line?
Some
Well, what
people,
about my parents?
some people are like that. Sometimes Gaia chooses based off of blood. Other times, not really. Gaia chooses. And I don't, you know... As much as I love my mom, I don't really get the way she does the thing, either. She just picks. And I wish there was a better answer that I could give you, Chester, and then I could tell you there was some sort of logic and reason, and that, Mom's got a big old criteria list, that'd be nice. But I can't. She just chooses. And, she chose you. And with a little help. And as you're walking, a thick mist begins to roil around you. Fox stops. Oh, really? Come on. Let us go. You don't need to stop us here.
What's happening?
Oh, we have a visitor.
Good or bad?
It depends on his mood, but we've known each other for a long time. So you hear a deep voice from the fog. And who have you brought for me, Fox? What is this creature? It's kind of rude to refer to him as a creature, but he can speak for himself. My king.
I'm a Chester. A werewolf Garo?
It does not even know what it is, Fox, and yet you would walk it through my territory. Say, hey, whoa. It? Come on. I know you're old, Aeolus, but gotta keep it together. I thought you'd like him. He reminds me of the people that you like sometimes. He asks questions. He wants answers. He looks for the truth when it's hidden. I almost want to take him to Horn Serpent, but I don't think that's quite a good idea. Aeolus speaks again. You seek answers. Now, what are your queries, Garu?
Why? Science has taught us one thing, right? Of how certain things work and whatnot, and yet there are spirits, and yet I see you, I see the fox, I saw those damn piglets. You know they told us that they were stillborn. They told us that they weren't going to have a life. And yet their spirits were there, and yet their spirits could talk to me. They were suffering.
You answer query with query often. A question begets a question, begets a question. Again and again.
There's no end to questions. How do I address you?
My king will suffice.
My king. I know that there's no end to the questions. But every answer I get, every additional question, it has to mean something. It has to mean that we're moving forward. It has to.
And you choose to find meaning in the endless questions.
If I don't find meaning to it, who will? There's meaning there. And I can find it.
Then you and I may have a bargain to strike.
Will it interfere with anything that I've already bargained with Fox here?
No. And you see out of the mist a tall gray figure with golden jewelry around his arms and fingers, around his ankles, his shoulders, hanging out of his face. Doesn't look quite human, but is something else. Equal parts mist and man. You will pay me chiminage, Chester. You will give me offerings. You will give me questions to contemplate. And in turn, I will see you through the mist.
I accept.
He reaches out, and his finger feels like a warm ray of sunlight as it touches against your heart. His finger sinking through the flesh painlessly until you can feel the pressure on that very vital organ. And there becomes a dim awareness in you. Aeolus, my king, these are just names. You understand this creature and its desires in your core. You know its unspeakable name. There are no syllables, there is no language. You understand this creature and its desires, this spirit. Before the mist peels away, and with it Aeolus. As you look down around your feet, there's a glowing light beneath them. And each step you take from here forward, you leave behind a glowing silvery footprint.
I guess that's not too unpleasant, right?
I don't know, I've never had him inside me before.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, and I think I know where we gotta go now.
Lead the way.
And as you walk, forest turns to scrubland, turns to mountains, turns to deserts. As you stand on warm sand, it's dark. He says, "Oh, man. Sorry about this, kid."
What are you talking about?
As a warm rush of air moves over you, sand kicks up, and as you kind of clear the sand from your brow, its face nearly the size of your entire body, its huge glowing yellow eyes, as it turns its head, you see a massive owl sitting in the sand in front of you. Who are you?
Chester. Garo.
Turns its head to Fox. Why? Fox says, I just brought him to the usual spot. It just happens to be yours this time. Owl turns. You are looking for someone to follow. A tribe.
Yes.
You would give up home for me. Traveling. Forever.
Hunted all the time. Yes.
You will be swift. The places you will go will be dangerous.
I'm told.
But the roads roads between the Garu nation are shattered. They will need you to carry information. You can do this.
I can.
Then I claim you, Silent Strider. Let the longing in your heart drive the rhythm of your paws.
Thank you.
And as silently as he landed, he lifts off, blacking out the sky. Wingspan has to be over 100 feet. Yeah, he doesn't stay in one place for very long. You can't really either. You'll need to wander.
It's fine. You said it. Staying still. I'll be hunted.
More or less. But I'm gonna take you to the place that you'll always fly back to.
Sure.
And you begin to walk again. And this, dear viewer, is where we're going to take a very short break. We'll see you on the other side. Well, welcome back, dear viewer. Seemed like just a moment for you, but it was a little bit longer for us. But let's get right back into the story of Chester Oyan. Chester, as you begin to walk again with Fox, you may find it strange. You've walked so far and yet you don't feel weary at all. You've seen, God, it's got to be years of day-night cycle pass by this point. And as you start walking back into mountainous regions, Fox looks over. We're not going to have much more time to talk, Chester. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to go in there, duty calls. I have more of you to find. But if you have anything you want to ask me, now's probably the time. We're getting pretty close.
I know you want me to help you with that, whatever debt it is, but...
Yeah.
Any way to let me know any more?
Tell you what. When you get to where we're going, you're gonna need to ask for 2 mouths. And then you tell 2 mouths that I told you to tell him that you need to talk to reaches through time. And they should be able to explain it. I'm, unfortunately, due to the clauses of the aforementioned debt I need settled, unable to talk about it in greater detail. Just suffice it to say, I made a deal with a few friends of mine a long time ago. And I might have fucked up and reneged on the deal. And now I gotta make it right, because, somebody's in trouble. And we gotta get him out. And by we, I mean you. And the rest of the werewolves I'm gathering up.
Fine.
But just know I chose you for this. Even before Gaia did. Well, you were on my list. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Wouldn't thank me quite yet. What I'm asking you to do, it's not gonna be, happy, fun time.
No, probably not. But I have a feeling, at least this way, I'll see it coming.
Yeah. Unless it's a trick.
I'll see it coming eventually, then.
This could all be a long haul. You might just wake up and it might all be a dream.
Here's to hoping.
It's gonna suck to crush that one. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Alright.
At least, the deal I made with Aeolus.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be there.
Probably. It depends on his mood. It depends on, how much you give him, I think.
I see. Sounds good.
Yeah. I've known Aeolus for a long time. He's a tricky one. Not as tricky as me. He's just kind of... I think the word humans use is nebulous.
I see.
There was a queen in ancient Greece who was like you, she was a Garo. And she named her son after him, and that's, you could probably look up that story, wind and some kind of demigod, I guess.
Yeah, I'll check the libraries.
Okay. Well, and then he stops at another tree. I think this is where our paths part ways, Chester.
How do I get out of this place?
You're probably going to need to learn how to do that. That's something reaches through time can show you.
Sure.
I'm gonna open up the way out, but I can't go with you.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
And he touches his snout to a tree again and drags it down, and you see another one of these portals open. Good luck, Chester. I'll see you soon. I mean, maybe soon. Time is strange.
I just wordlessly crawl into the hole.
And as you do, unlike the first one, it starts to get wider and wider, and then it starts to cool down, and then it's kind of almost icy cold. And then you realize that you're going to need to hold your breath because this hole is filling with water. As you claw your way up, and you burst forth from the stream. You look around. The water's definitely cold enough. You know you're not where you were. You're somewhere back in the world. And you look around. You're in some kind of small river, maybe a creek, maybe a stream. It's up to about your sort of midriff.
Yeah, I'll climb out.
As you climb out on the bank, you hear a low growl coming from the bush.
I'll look over to the bush.
From that bush comes stepping a massive iron gray wolf with yellow eyes, its fangs bared. So it begins to speak to you. And you understand it. It says, "Where did you come from, little wolf?"
The Umbra.
Raises its nose and scents you. "You have the scent of fox on you."
Oh, he's the one that opened the portal to let me back in. Back here, at least.
Don't plan on coming here to pull any tricks, do you?
I wouldn't know how to.
And it begins to step closer, still snarling.
I was told to talk to Two Mouths. Is this somewhere I can talk to Two Mouths?
You come here and you already know his name. I can smell fly on you too.
Yep,
Who's to say you're not a worm-tainted scum?
I a little run-in.
You hear from the other side of the creek. "Now, damn it! Grim Omen, lay off of him!" And as you turn, you see a woman. Her arms crossed. She has long, straight black hair. Her skin is tanned by some sort of outdoor work. Her eyes are kind of steely gray, and she has her arms crossed. She looks like a very formidable woman. And the wolf looks past you. Fine. Then you're responsible for him. He's looking for 2 mouths. And I have a job to do. Spares one look back to you. If you're here to harm this place, I'll kill you.
I would let you.
Not like you could stop me. He begins to stalk off, and you hear from the other side of the creek. You're gonna have to forgive him. He's a bit of a pain in the ass.
I was told early on that there's rage involved. So no, I'm okay. I'm fine.
And you see she, almost in a Mary Poppins-esque leap, clears the entire stream in one bound. Comes to rest beside you. Says, "What's your name?"
Chester.
Chester. Well, I'm Angie. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Angie Parkinson. But, around here I'm called Words of Steel.
Titles, then.
Deed names. We get names for things that we've done. You're here looking for 2 mouths.
I was told to, yes.
Who told you that?
Fox.
You sure it wasn't a trick?
Seeing as how, if it wasn't for Fox, I would be under the mercy of 3 Femoris. I'm inclined to have to try to believe something for now.
Alright. Well, seeing as you know that word, I assume you had maybe a little bit of a rough time getting here.
Slightly. Yep. I'm still naked with, like,
You are.
blood on me and stuff like that.
Well, the blood washed off in the creek, but yeah.
Okay. Well, if it wasn't for the fact that the last doorway was through a creek, I would be a little bit messier, I would say.
She looks up at the sky. You're another one on the cusp, huh? And Fox brought you. Oh God, he's up to something. All right, I'll take you to Thomas. Sorry, 2 mouths, and we'll see what he makes of you. Yeah. All right.
Just so I would know. I know that Fox is not necessarily a welcome spirit here around these parts. But what of Owl?
Why do you ask?
I was brought before Owl, and he named me Silent Strider. Took me as one of their own, I suppose.
Yeah, that's one of our tribes. Owl is one of the great. Owl's one of the great patron spirits. We don't mind Owl. Owl's wise. And our people are in need of great wisdom now more than ever. I'm of the Gale Stalkers. Our spirit is the North Wind, tireless.
Animals.
Oh no. The Black Furies, their patron spirit is Gorgon. The Silver Fangs fly with Falcon. The Shadow Lords are given patronage by Thunder itself. There are many great spirits which offer patronage to tribes. There were once more, but some tribes are lost.
I see.
Well, Where are you from, Chester?
Honestly, not even from this country, but I've been traveling my whole life. And now I've just been told that I will be traveling for the rest of it.
It makes a bit of sense why Al chose you then. He likes the worldly types. Do you know where you are?
Not necessarily, no. I'm not even sure how far I traveled through the Umbra.
You're in Wolf Creek, West Virginia.
A little far.
Yeah, we're about an hour and a half from Charleston. Now, you'll be safe here. There's 39 people what live in this holler. 38 of them are like you, Garu. And I feel the need to impress upon you that that is a rarity.
I see.
The one who is not like us is still ingrained and knowledgeable about what it is that we do. He is we call them will workers, a mage of sorts. He is our master of the right. He's called Roger Reaches Through Time.
That's the one. That's the other name I was told to talk to.
You were born under the cusp between the crescent and the half. That makes a certain amount of sense.
I was told that I was the Theurge.
Yes, spirit speakers. The half moon is the Philodox, the keeper of ways. They're those who remember and do honor to our past and hold us to our honor now in the present.
Makes a lot of sense why I had to witness the... Sorry, old memories.
It's alright. We all got ghosts with us, son. And she begins to walk you up a dirt road. She says, my place isn't far away. I have had a husband who wore around your size. We should be able to get you clothed. We can get you...
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You'll find we don't really mind. And I'm sorry, the first one of us you met back there was old Grim.
No, it's fine.
He's had a hard life. Please don't
through.
hold it against him.
I don't. Is it a scent thing that he was able to know
About Fox?
immediately? Do we know about me also being Garo?
Oh yeah, well, there's only a set amount of reactions one can have to a almost 200-pound wolf coming out of the bush at you that lets you know if somebody's in the know or not.
That's true.
And he's peculiar. He's, strange, if you will.
From my experience, peculiar and strange just means they have experiences that we haven't learned about yet.
Yeah. Well, that's surely grim. And as she gets you up to a small, maybe 3-room house up this dirt road, walks you into the living room, and she just points to the side bedroom. She says, there should be clothes for you in there, maybe a pair of shoes too. She looks down at your feet. They might be a little bit small on you, but we'll manage. Unless you prefer being barefoot, I sure do.
Hasn't bothered me yet, so...
How about a plate
Maybe
of biscuits
until
and gravy and a cup of coffee?
I would appreciate that.
All right.
I've only had rabbit,
Yeah.
and I don't know how long that was ago.
You travel through the Umbra, it's sort of... Time doesn't pass as quickly as you think, but faster than you want it to. And sometimes much slower than you want it to. There was one time I went from here to Philadelphia, and, well, that was a long time ago. And, what should have been days turned into hours. So, umbral travel, it can get a bit wonky. Get yourself dressed, and I'll get your breakfast ready, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
And as you head into the bedroom, you see pictures of Angie with a man, an Asian man. His hair is kind of that liminal space between brown and black. Taller, much taller like you. But you see that there are tattoos on his neck. Those of, it looks like serpents crawling up the side of his neck and around behind his ear.
If you don't mind me asking, Angie, what does the tattoos mean? Your husband's
Oh,
tattoos.
he got those for his patron. I know you can't see the head, but it's the head of a mountain lion with antlers. My husband belonged to the Ghost Council tribe.
I see.
Their patron spirit is Horned Serpent. Some of us provide chiminage to our patron spirits by the marking of our skin.
Chiminage.
Yeah, offering to spirits.
Could there possibly be a way to have some sort of pact with multiple spirits?
Oh, of course. Yeah, a lot of us have. Well, we all have our patron spirits, of course, but a lot of us make many, many other deals throughout our life to learn different gifts, or maybe for the answers to certain questions, things of that nature. We are a third spirit, after all. We're creatures of three parts, Chester. We are equal parts man, wolf, and spirit.
I see. I'm kind of like looking down at the food a little bit as I sit there, and just immediately the first thing I think of is how would I call? And I'll just, my hand kind of to my heart a little bit, recalling that touch. How would I call Aeolus? What would that entail?
As you think on that and touch your chest near your heart and search for a way to call out that secret name, there's a flutter of feathers, and that same mourning dove comes to rest on the table.
You found me. I thought I told you to stay put instead.
The body of this bird is enough chiminage for me.
I see. And the spirit within.
We share this body. It and I, we have become one. And Angie looks down. Well, that is something. And for one so young to forge a bond so easily with such an old spirit, my king, you are welcome here.
You also know who this is?
I can feel him.
I appreciate any help I can get in this travel.
And it will be a long road, Chester. But we will walk it together, you and I. It is good to be in the dwelling place of my old friend. He turns his head to Angie. Where is the old wolf? And Angie looks palpably sad. The old wolf of the woods is gone from this place, my king. Loon rests here now. Aeolus looks to you. We must find the old wolf. In due time.
Okay.
I am not as strong as once I was. But I will aid you in whatever way I can.
Right. I appreciate that, my king. And I will conduct your search for you.
The bird flies up to your shoulder and then begins nesting in your hair.
The food is amazing, Angie. Thank you so much.
So yeah, everything's amazing on an empty stomach, you know.
You never know. There's still a little bit of rabbit in me.
Yeah. We ought to get you off to 2 mouths before he's drunk for the day, so.
Understood.
She kind of pushes up and begins to walk you through, and you see that this is just another small holler town. God, you must have driven through 100 of these on your way to Virginia Tech for the first time in your moving van. There's just a little store and a gas station, nothing else. Just a bunch of dirt roads leading out from a 4-way intersection. And as you walk up the one, Angie looks over. This place we're going to, it's called a cairn. It's a place of spiritual power amongst our people. Cairns have spirits, what live in them. As the King of the Mist said, this used to be the dwelling place of the old wolf of the woods. But a few years ago he left it. And Loon has made a nest here.
Is that a bad thing, a good thing? What do we feel about Loon?
I'll leave that for your fellow Theurgers to answer, as there are concerns that I don't quite understand. But Loon encourages us to find joy, to interact with the woodland creatures around us, to play, to remember that even amidst the war our people are fighting amidst the blood and the death. And no matter how daunting our enemies are, that we must find joy or there's nothing left to fight for.
I'm inclined to agree.
I thought you might loon all of the flying spirits there are of similar mind in some regards, though perhaps not Falcon. Falcon flies highest of all. And, oh God, does he gotta let everybody know it?
Thank you.
Of
For your
course.
help.
Of course, we look out for our own here in Wolf Creek. And as you walk into a big clearing, you see dozens of people walking around, working on fixing up old buildings, working on weeding, gardening, running after chickens and pigs and milking cows. And you see in the center of this place there has been a big divot that has been carved into the earth, and it is filled with scraps of clothing and wood and other materials. It looks like a giant nest.
Loons?
Yes, we have all made offerings to Loon's nest. And you will too when Loon accepts you, that is a part of these things. But this is Loon's nest, and this, the people who tend to a cairn, we are called a sept. And this particular sept is called the Sept of the Mother's Breath.
Mother being Gaia.
Yeah. We see her breathe out every morning when the mist rolls free from the mountains. We're in touch with her here. She's not buried beneath concrete. She's not suffocated by the fumes of exhaust. Though Maudette Pickens' old truck might give her a run for her fucking money. She's called Lyra Killer. You'll come to meet her in the future. She says, and that right there, she points to a building. That is where our sept leader lives. Thomas Two Mouths.
Well, then I shall get going. Thank you for being my guide.
Be kind to yourself, Chester.
You as well.
She nods her head and turns and begins to walk away.
I will head over to the Cairn leader's abode.
You step up on the porch. Do you knock or do you just enter?
I knock.
You hear some shuffling around. Who's there?
My name is Chester. I'm new around here, a silence rider. I was told to talk to you, and that you would help me in turn talk to someone else as well.
The door opens, and you see immediately why he is called Two Mouths. His head is shaved, and you see there's a huge sucking scar on the top of his head. That the kind of striations of the flesh around it almost look like lips. He's shorter, kind of bulkier. His eyes are sort of a soft blue, but they're very bloodshot. His nose is quite red. His cheeks are flushed. His clothes are ragged and looking a little dirty. And as you look around him, this house is a hoarder's paradise. There's stacks of newspaper up to damn near the ceiling. There's cups on every surface, empty liquor bottles, empty beer bottles. This place looks like it hasn't been cleaned in 2 decades. And the man himself looks to be in his maybe mid to late 30s. Looks you up and down. Kind of sniffs the air around you. Another one. Yep, Fox is on his bullshit again. Alright, come in.
So I'm not the first.
Oh no, a few months back he brought in another one.
I think it would be remiss for me to not mention that before Fox left, he mentioned there were others that they were looking for.
Oh shit. Oh.
They were on the cusp.
No more. Oh, for everything there is a season. Alright, well, if you can find a place to sit down, sit. We got talking to do.
Right.
And he sits in this moldering armchair that has a perfect divot to the shape of his body in it.
Yeah, I will... What is the couch situation looking like?
It's covered in newspapers, used paper plates, and plastic silverware.
Could I possibly move some of this?
Oh yeah, just knock it on the floor. I don't care.
No, okay. I'll just kind of take everything kind of a bit on the floor and find myself a place to sit that doesn't feel like or I'll like kind of push on the cushion a little bit to see if it like squishes out any sort of liquids or whatnot before I sit down.
No liquids, but it does give that smell of ancient couch.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just sit down.
He looks at you. He said, "Silent Strider, huh?"
Yes.
All right.
So if it makes you feel any better, at least one of us won't stay long.
Yeah, he'll be back. I'm a bone gnawer. Or patron spirit's rat, so you can understand my trepidatiousness.
I see.
However, you look like you're kind of on the outs.
A little overwhelmed.
Rough ride getting here?
3 encounter with 3 Fomori when I first changed.
Yeah.
Then, as soon as I woke up, I took a trip through the Umbra. If not for Angie, I wouldn't have even gotten a meal before getting here.
All right, well, let's roll it back. Start as early as you can remember. And as you go through...
Any phenomenon.
Don't talk about it like that. Just start at your earliest memories and get us here. I got nothing but time. So he reaches over and he opens a bottle of bottom shelf whiskey, pours some in an old tin ravioli cup. And as you tell him your story and he listens, hours pass by. I mean, to tell one's own life story and as great a detail as he's asking you to recall some details that are way back there. But it seems like there's something in the details that matter to him. As drunk as he very obviously is by the time you get through a few hours, you distinctly get the impression, Chester, that he's listening for something. As you go on and show him the business card and, the whole nine. Sorry. Alright, I think I've heard enough. Your deed name is Flytrap.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's gonna be your deed name. That's what other Garu are gonna call you. In the stories that they sing about you and such.
I've not done a thing, though. That I thought it was for my accomplishments.
Yeah, well, it used to be. Now, just surviving your first change, that's cause for an accomplishment.
May I ask what it means?
You'll find meaning in it. If it is not the meaning that I've found, then all the better.
Understood.
So, Chester, Flytrap, you intend to make this place your home? Or, well, as much of a home as you can have, unfortunately.
I suppose as I would have it, the latter.
Yeah, I bet your feet are already getting itchy, ain't they?
Slightly.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here for a while, and I don't know whether or not it is your carpet or...
Yeah, it's probably the roaches in the carpet. But either way,
Bit of both, then.
as Sept leader of the Sept of the Mother's Breath, I declare you welcome here. Chester Flytrap. You can come and go as you like. But I would encourage you to find a pack. Although it sounds like Fox might be dragging him along with him.
I suppose if that was the case, then I would probably should probably look for the one that arrived here a few months ago.
Yeah. She's got a few names.
Sure stories.
I think she's calling herself Alayla. When she first came here, she's wolf-born. Not all of us are born of men. When she first came here, she said her name was Howls for Spring. Her deed name is Snared by Lightning.
I see. Looks like I definitely need a notebook soon.
Yeah, well, there actually is something you could do for me with your wanderlust involved, Chester.
Yes.
You're not going to find a lot of us bone gnawers all the way out here in the cut like this. We're what some people refer to as city Garu. There are two tribes of us that you find most often in cities. Glasswalkers and bone gnawers. Glasswalkers tend to live in the upper echelons of the city, and bone gnawers, well, we've always been on the bottom of the totem pole, so. If you could for me, there's a sept in Charleston. They're called the Sept of the Awakening Eye. And their sept leader laughs at leeches. He and I are, well, we used to be close. We used to be a part of the same pack, but then, you know the way it gets with old friends. You have an argument and then you don't talk for years.
But then you do talk, and it's like no time has passed.
Yeah, I'm hoping you could open up a line of communication between the two of us again, since I get the feeling you're... We used to have another Silent Strider here, but she went missing years ago, and I'd like you to head into Charleston here soon and see if Laughs at Leeches knows anything about that.
I will. I was supposed to also talk to Reaches Through Time.
Oh, shit. Alright. You got to be careful with him. No roughhousing. You understand? No matter how bad the rage gets, you got to keep a lid on it. His body is not like ours. He can't change, but
That's fine. I've known to keep composure. I don't know how.
well, it's gonna get
how
difficult.
much differ now.
It's gonna be
But it should be
difficult,
fine.
son. I'll tell you that much. We're creatures of rage. But there is the other end of the coin. If you give in to the rage, well, that's called Hauglosk, but if you get into the apathy, then you lose the wolf. For those of us born in human skin, it's only marginally easier. That sadness, it locks you into human form. Even if you were born in the skin of a wolf, you'll never be able to change again, and the sadness of all of it will wear you down and grind your bones to dust. You gotta find reasons to fight, Chester.
There's always reasons.
Yeah, some of us lose sight of it, though. I'll take you to Roger. That's his name. Reaches through time is his other name.
I could. It's up to you. I can go now. I can go later.
Oh, it's alright. If
Whichever
I
one's-
don't get up off my ass, my legs will fall asleep and then I'll fall out of the fucking chair when I try and stand up. So, you want a drink? You want?
No, I'm good.
All
I'd
right.
rather make sense of things for now.
Suit yourself.
I appreciate it.
Weed?
Same answer.
Cigarette. We grow our own tobacco here. It ain't none of that worm tainted shit. We make our own paper out of the trees, whole nine.
Maybe some other time.
All right, you're a picky one. I'll put that in my notebook, Flytrap.
Be sure then, I guess, that I'll live up to that.
He kind of squints his eyes. You ain't asked yet. Can't decide if I like that about you or if it makes you strange.
There are certain things I want to ask, once there are certain things I want to keep to it, but
Everybody asks me about my scar. You're different.
I've been told that our lives are short. Not necessarily because of any sort of artificial shortening, but more so the lifestyles that we make.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, seeing your scar, there's a story there. But it impresses me more than drive me to curiosity.
I might just take a liking to you if you keep sweet talking me, Flytrap. Come on. Roger's gotta be done with his rights by now.
I follow him.
And he takes you out the back door and kind of around the holler to a pool at the base of a waterfall. And you see that there's a man kneeling in front of this pool. And there are many different kinds of incense, most of them some kind of heap of powder, hair, and bones burning on plates around him. So he doesn't even turn his head, he just says, The spirits know your name, Flytrap.
Words travel fast.
They do when one reaches through time, at the very least. He stands
Where your
and
name
turns,
came from, I would say.
and he looks to be maybe in his early 70s. He has a cane in his left hand, and his white hair is slicked back and tied in a ponytail. He has dozens of necklaces on over his bare chest that have the teeth and claws of many animals over them. He says, "You may leave us now if you like, Two Mouths. I need to train this boy." Two Mouths nods. "All right, well, he's all yours, man. I mean, shit, I ain't trying to get in the way of a good time. Take care of yourself, Flytrap."
And you, as well, Two Mouth.
As he turns to leave, reaches through time, walks up to you, and puts a hand on your face, kind of turning you to look at both sides. The spirits weren't wrong. You know suffering. It touched you when you were young.
Not something I would have preferred, but
None of us prefer the gifts that we're given, old son. We just get them.
I'm starting to understand that.
Sit. We have things to discuss.
I sit down.
He holds out his hand, and you see grow out of the earth an intricate vine-woven chair with saplings interwoven in it.
So not the floor then. I'll stand back up.
He smiles. I thought perhaps with our first meeting, a touch of the familiar might help.
With all due respect, none of this is familiar. I'll just kind of point at the vine-laden chair. I've lived a life of understanding, of trying to understand the ways of the world, and in a night cycle, all of it was broken down. I wake this morning a third of myself. Or, no.
2/3
2/3
greater than you
more.
were. Yeah, now you're thinking.
And yet, of all the knowledge that I've learned, all the stories I've heard today, it doesn't help me understand why.
Why what, Flytrap?
And I'll sit down at the vine chair. Why there has to be this suffering. I understand there are cycles. I understand there are rights. Hell, I've eaten a burger in a time or two. But that doesn't stop it from being right. When people are ignorant to the suffering, and they still cause it. Why? When I can very clearly see it, feel it, hear it, and others can't. Why? I've turned into a goddamn werewolf, and yet I feel powerless. Still.
It is
Why?
because you are young. That sense of powerlessness will fade. Flytrap. Things will change. The question is, will they change for the better or the worse? I plan on changing them for the better.
Same.
There are many enemies in this war, Chester. Many. Some of them
I've gotten a small taste of that.
we must fight on a level that is ideological. Others you must fight with fang and claw. Others exist within your own heart. The question that you will need to answer, Flytrap, is when will you rage? And with that, that is where we will end this second prologue. Spaces Between. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Farewell.